Hey everyone. This COVID-19 crisis pandemic has been a difficult time for many small business owners. I would say probably all small business owners. We're having to make some pretty serious decisions about the future of our businesses, and we're having to be scrappy and creative in ways that we know that we have to be usually, but even more so, we're having to double down and be really creative about how we use our resources and how we bring in new sales. One of those ways that I have used for my business for quite some time is Instagram and selling through our social media channels. We do that through a few different ways. One of the things that we've done at first was to really build up our followers and make sure that people trust us as authorities, both at my personal account, Liz Lidgett, and at Liz Lidgett Gallery for our business account. We then used that following and that trust that we had built with our followers as a way to sell to them. There's a great book called, I believe, Jab, 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 Right Hook. And I'm going to boil it down. It's worth a read. But I'm going to boil it down to the fact that jab, jab, jab means that you're giving them and offering them 3 pieces of advice, something that would be useful, something that could be inspirational or beautiful, a fun fact about you. And then the right hook is the sale. So we try and do that as well on our account, is jab, 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 right hook. And we have done a thing that we call Instagram gallery sales. We release a limited edition print and people write sold underneath the image, the Instagram post. We do this in our actual feed. And then people are able to write sold. We immediately direct message them, ask them for their email address, and then PayPal invoice them. We keep a spreadsheet we usually release somewhere in between 2 to 3 prints at a time. We have probably a week or two build up of marketing where we say, that this is coming, this is the artist we're working with, sneak peeks of the images, and then from there we put together the actual sale. You can also do direct product links if you have a business account that is linked to a Facebook account. And then that Facebook account has a product catalog. So there's a lot of steps and you can Google that, but there are product links if you have done all of those things where people can press your image, it's linked to an item, and people can then buy it directly from your website. We are also using Instagram television as a way that's more of a jab than a right hook. It's a way that we are giving our audience interesting tidbits, different things, a sneak peek at my home, at my gallery assistants' homes, all of those sort of things. From there, we also do quite a bit of Instagram Live. We also do Instagram Stories all of the time. So we're using all of that in many different ways. There is a great company called Smocked Auctions, and it's out of Dallas. They were the original inspiration that I had for starting to sell on Instagram because you're able to do it really with no overhead. I mean, you have to have the product, of course, but you're not building a website, all of those things. You are using PayPal and email, and then being able to bring in sales that way. Smocked Auctions, though, has created a business where they now have a website, but I believe that it started where you registered your name and your credit card and your shipping information and all of that, and then people could write, it's a children's clothing company, people could write underneath saying sold, size medium, and they would charge a card and send it directly to you. It was very, very streamlined so that you could comment on a post and just say sold, size medium, navy blue, and they would send it directly to you. You now can buy just from their website like you could any other e-commerce company, but they have that ability on their Instagram and Facebook, and it just was a light bulb moment for me seeing that happen, that there were ways that I could be bringing in money in creative ways without a huge amount of overhead. So definitely check out that company. I buy from it all the time, actually, for my son. But beyond that, they were creative and interesting and created an incredible company from using social media in a new and interesting way. So we bring in sales all the time from Instagram and Facebook. We're constantly showing our audience what is available. We find that around $300 is the limit of what people are willing to purchase and write us a DM and say sold, just from an image. But that's a great sale, and we are always so thankful for it, for our audience, and that they trust that it's going to be a piece of artwork that is worth that, and that we're going to get it to them quickly and do it well. So that is how we are using Instagram to make new sales, and I hope that some of this was interesting enough, because it's all things that you can be doing while you're working from home, while you're self-distancing, all of those things during this crisis. So best of luck to you. Keep going, and we'll all get through this one way or another.